setting up the Dyna-Sync. I saw quite a few comments online. They were asking about the independent left beater adjustment and why it's not on the right adjustment. So I think I have the answer for this. It's because it's a direct drive, and therefore the connection is hard as opposed to a chain drive, which will fold when you bring it up. Therefore, you can actually adjust the footboard height independently from the beater angle using the footboard adjustment that is connected to the actual direct drive. This is the normal angle I use when I play, and then I saved all my settings here by making little notches with a Sharpie. So I kind of simulated this angle being a little bit less steep. So how you adjust the actual beater angle is gonna be like any other pedal. It's gonna be by slacking off this thing, and then you can adjust how close you want the beater to the actual head. So let's say I'm gonna go, let's say I want to optimize speed or something. I don't know. I don't play like that, but if you want it like this, so now if this is all the way down, there's nowhere to go. But if I bring this up, now there's plenty of free play. It's pretty easy to adjust, and Tama has like little scales everywhere, so you can have easy kind of like landmarks. And then you can compensate the geometry for the direct drive by sliding these pieces in and out, in or out. So for me, usually I have it all the way in, and this is my setup. So it's dead center, super easy, 45-degree angle or so. But if you want to modify it, and then you can compensate if you want the direct drive to be closer or further away, depending the type of feel and lever you want. I think the closer it is, the more direct it's gonna be, and the further it is, the more lever you get and the more smooth it's gonna be. So let's say this would be my setup here. See, there's no problem. As far as foot height, I could even probably bring it down a bit in order to touch the trigger and all that. So there's really is no problem whatsoever, right? As far as adjustment, there's plenty of adjustment. So you can play with that. Okay, hey, here's a cat. He likes to get into everything I do, as you may know. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is why is there then a beater adjustment independent on the left beater? Well, that's because this is a double pedal, and double pedals, if you see, I'm going to reset my adjustments real quick so that you have a clear picture of what's happening. Alright, so that took a minute. Here you see when the rod's not connected, there's a dip, right? Because the rod and the second pedal has mass that'll pull on the coil there. So now, this is the original Tama thing. I also have the trick upgrade, which I'll get to in a minute if you guys stick around, because I also saw quite a few questions about that. And well, I'm a Tama artist, but I'm not against modifying things if that means that I'm gonna get more out of them. So now that I connect the drive shaft, so as you can see, these are perfectly even now. right? So that's why there's this adjustment here. It's in order to, once I set the footboard height and I set the drive shaft angle, and those heights, the two pedals are set identical, and I actually use a caliper to measure the space between the footboard and the base, so I know that they're perfect, spot on. So the thing is, when I adjust the beater angle, sometimes there's a little difference. There's going to be a little bit of a difference here because of the mass of the shaft and the second pedal itself. So that's what that second adjustment is for. It's essentially just to compensate and then make sure, if you're like me, you like your things lined up. So there you go. Center, center. They're lined up when everything is connected. So I hope that answers you guys' your questions. Anyways, getting to the drive shaft, the trick upgrade. And I'll bring that up to the camera again so you can see better. So the main difference, the trick carries quite a bit more mass. But I don't think in terms of quality, I mean, unless you're like Godzilla or something, I don't think there's any problem with this. Fundamentally, the thing is, the secret is in the universal joints. Like the trick universal joints are wherever they get them. I don't know if they make them themselves or where they buy them, but they're definitely way superior in construction and just rigidity and durability. As Tama decided to use they're not bad, but they're pretty basic, universal joints. So the thing is, once you play with those, if you play a lot and you play hard, they're gonna start rattling a little bit, and then they don't sell the universal joint, they sell the whole rod that goes in here. But I decided to go with this, especially since I had a deal on it. And if you see it, like the construction of this thing is a lot harder. So my guess is this thing is gonna last at least twice as long, if not more. So that's how I justified spending the money to upgrade to this. So if you're a casual player, I wouldn't worry about it. If you play a lot of the really heavy double bass and you've had double pedals before and they went loose on you, well, I would have to say this is definitely a good upgrade. As if you're not in America, if you're in North America, they're more accessible and like a little bit cheaper than the ACD one. And my guess is they're comparable in quality, even though I haven't seen the other one. So anyways, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If you're still with me, you think this video is cool and you want to see more like that, let me know. I know a lot about a lot of things concerning drums, and I'm always eager to learn more and share. So feel free to share, feel free to like, subscribe if you have the inclination. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me quite a bit. So take it easy, guys, and see you next time.